and Dirty Jersey Rat, new. I was going to say sniper. That's not right. Clipper on the scene. So feel free to give Dirty Jersey Rat a follow. Watches quite a lot of the smaller shows, which I enjoy, which I like. Mainly because I'm a smaller show and I'm egotistical. But yeah, 1 second, Tommy's dad. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, what happened last night? Yo, what happened? Went out last night, went to the movies, went to dinner, come home. And while I was out last night, MKE reached out to me. He DM'd me and he was like, here's the link to MLC if you want to come on. And I told him, fuck Kevin Brennan and fuck MLC. Fuck all these big shows. I go on, I make all this fucking drama. I create all this fucking shit for them. And these people are fucking ingrates. So no more. I'm not going to go on MLC. No more Matt Mead meltdowns. No more Chad meltdowns. Unless people want to fucking pay me. Not doing it anymore. So we go last night and I'm like, all right, what's going on? And I see Karmic's live. And I'm like, well, let me see what's going on. And I genuinely was not aware of anything having to do with him, Felicia, the break. I didn't know. I was clueless. I came in, I raw dogged it blind. No idea. I just was like, I want to get him to go to Hackamania. That's literally all I wanted to do, right? I tried to get him to go to Hackamania initially, and, even Ice Dancer criticized me a bit, and I was like, well, stop fucking super chatting it and talk to him man to man. Fair enough. I asked him for the link last night, and no idea what I was getting into, and boy, is this a fucking roller coaster of a ride. I didn't watch a lot of the Karmic stuff after I left either, because I was, hanging out, and I don't want to fucking just watch streams all night. But we need to see this. This is unbelievably crazy.
Go fuck yourself, Doom. Go fuck yourself. Shmuel Schmuckman so did, seems like because the stream is fire. I didn't say that. I didn't say that happened. No, you're assuming things. You're assuming things, Shmuel Schmuckman. You're assuming things. I knew it was going to come to this. Everybody against me. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this right.
Jesus.
Let's do this right, motherfuckers.
You're going to have to shoot me.
Right.
That's right. Smack me. Piss on me. Come on me. Shoot me. What? Strangle me. Choke me.
Because I am a goddamn beast from the depths of hell. Woo. And I will fucking prove it.
Wow. Little Hunchosaurus in there.
Yep. No more. Fuck away from your heroes.
Who are your heroes?
Take advantage of you.
Was Felicia his hero?
Advantage of you.
Was Pat the hero? Who was the hero?
And have a fucking piece of shit.
I do love the fact that Karmic has said, how about them apples, multiple times, but he's famously not seen Good Will Hunting. Like that, I don't know why that cracks me up. It's literally famously from fucking Good Will Hunting. Because honestly, if Pat Dixon has ever, and I don't believe that he said that, but if Pat Dixon has ever said, I have a problem with people who aren't comedians doing podcasts, then Pat Dixon's a fucking dork. But I don't think he ever said that. Knowing Pat Dixon, it doesn't feel like a thing Pat Dixon would say. If you meant Diggity said, he just gives off that energy all comics do. I mean, all comedians have a smugness to them, but I don't, just to utter that phrase, I don't think he's ever said that. Thank you, Tim Ford 22, for gifting a membership over on YouTube. Thank you.
You had them. How you doing, Mersh? Hey, good
evening. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, promo code Mersh. You gotta fucking hook the motherfucker up. He's going to Hackamania for fuck's sake. So hook the motherfucker.
Listen, if I have anything to say about it, you're still going to Hackamania, brother. Come on, man. Come out. Come chill. Come be good. What did I tell you personally? If you come out to Hackamania, right? You chill. By the way, my girlfriend loves you. Like she really might leave me for you. All I'm still a possibility. Saying is, you come hang out with me. If you're around me, I promise. Do you think I'm not gonna let people fuck with you, dude? Like, we're all listen. You're worried about getting made fun of. Other people are worried about getting made fun of. I'm going to get made fun of at Hackamania.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
me too.
So like, but like, I'm still going because you know what? It's an experience, dude.
Here's the thing, Mersh. I have made up my mind tonight. I want to go to Hackamania, but you know what I did? I spit in the face of the offer that was thrown at me. So what am I supposed to do? Here's where I'm at. They're gonna go ahead and say, "Oh, Karmic said no. Karmic said no. He ain't gonna deal with this shit." So offer off the table. So,
but no, we can fix this. Listen, hear me out on this, right? Like I'm on super tip. I always talk about, look, Patrick Melton, he's the boss, Texas law. Whatever. I suck up to Melton a little bit. I get shit for it. But look, Melton makes fun of me, but I still make fun of him. I call him a fat fuck retard. Like, I shit on Melton. You shit on, how many of us shit on Melton and still use his platform to make money? So he's not an unreasonable man, is my point. And I just wanted to, and I mean this, Karmic. This is coming from legit, like, the heart right now. When my mom died back in the day, right? I was very rudderless, let's say, and I did stand up comedy because my mom said, "I want you to do the things you wanted to do in your life, like, do that." That's how I ended up on One Tree Hill, and I ended up doing comedy because my mom wanted me to do shit that I was. Like, she's like, "I'm dying. I want you to pursue shit that I never got to pursue." And I was like, "Cool."
Gotcha, man.
I tried to have a heart to heart with this guy. I think I reached him finally. I got lucky that this dude saw me, my first stand-up comedy show ever, and he's like, "You want to go on the road?" And obviously at the time I'm like, "Well, my mom's dead, my life's a mess, sure, like, let me get out there on the road." And we ate shit. We fucking slept in, we literally broke into new construction houses sometimes just to get a place to sleep at night. We did some wild on the road punk rock shit, and there was a lot of unpleasantness, there was a lot of uncertainty, there was a lot of, are these people fucking me, this, that, whatever. You never gonna know unless you go. And that fucking year of touring was the best year of my life. You will walk away feeling so, like, look, there's gonna be moments where you're like, "Fuck this fucking guy, he's making fun of me," whatever, but there's gonna be so many great moments at Hackamania that if you're a part of it, you're gonna be part of the talent, dude. Like, that's a special thing to be able to show up and be on the fucking poster and to do this kind of shit and, like, have people pay money to come see you, get a free trip, go out, meet and greet. Like, dude, I'm genuinely telling you, I've been busting your chops. I've been donating a lot, telling you to come to Hackamania. Like, Karmic, you out of everything, like, we have a lot of history, you and me.
Right.
Other than the drinking thing, where I was in a mood that weekend where I threw you under the bus over the drinking. Other than that, have I ever come on your streams and really genuinely disrespected you, or even on my stream? Have I ever really been like, "Fuck Karmic, fuck this loser, asshole"? Like, never.
No.
I tease you, I break your balls, you fire back. Tukey talk shit, whatever. But, like, do you understand it's all in good fun, and that we get this fucking blessed opportunity to be, as Vito Gesualdi calls it, the talent for one weekend? You get a laminate, you get a hotel room. At any point, if people are being dicks to you, just go back to that room that's paid for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to put up with it, but, like, I'm telling you, you are missing out on don't be a Chad Zumach. Do not miss out on a prime opportunity to be a part of something that you may regret not being a part of someday.
You make when I agree. Here's the thing.
And by the way, Melton's a homo, but I've never known him to not do business correctly.
And he also shows a little semblance of heart when he talks to me too, as well. So, which is rare from what I've been receiving on the MLC front. And I'm like, Kevin doesn't have to owe shit.
He's not without a soul. Melton's not without a soul. Like he's a whatever. He's a dickhead. We're all dickheads. We're all mean and whatever. But
I am honestly, dude. I wanted to go to MLC, and then I was like, okay, here's the thing. I'm currently in a relationship with a comedian who has to look out for her interests, and I'm just gonna let it be known. And I understand that completely.
But do you need to look out for her? Like, my point being, fine, she needs to. Nobody's offering her a Hackamania. So it's you. This is where, listen, I'm just telling you from experience, if you and your girl are both going to be in the entertainment industry, you both have different offers. You're going to do different things. Like,
right. Absolutely. And, but here's the thing, in a relationship type of bias, I would have been a green room fucking chatter with a comedian just to make them feel good. That's how I felt. Okay, I'm being real.
That's untrue, though, because you're already getting in this mentality. Without Felicia, I'd be nothing. No,
I love Felicia.
But no. I'm not shitting. Look,
no. I love her, but here's the thing: she is not going to agree with my life, man.
And
I'm just being real with her. She's a professional. She's a professional at the highest order. I've been drinking tonight.
Congratulate. Well, who hasn't? Hey, I'm with you, brother. Hey, amen, brother. But what I'm saying is that now you need to navigate this new world, Karmic, where you have a career, whatever, they don't want her there, but you're invited. And it's like, you and I are in separate boats. Felicia doesn't want you to go to Hackamania, whatever. My girlfriend's forcing me to go to Hackamania, so we're in different boats. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, Mersh. She knew that from the get-go. She's actually very intelligent, which has to be said. She knew that from the get-go when we start.
I had no idea what I triggered here. I honestly did not come in to get him to crack. I didn't do this to get him to, like, I had no fucking clue that him and Felicia were arguing. I just came on genuinely going, you really need to go to Hackamania, man, because I really think that you're just going to enjoy it. It's going to feel good, and it'll be a thing that you will regret not doing. But if you do it, I think you won't regret it. You'll look back on it fondly. But let's be honest, it's because Felicia, and he even started going, well, you know, my girlfriend, she doesn't want. I'm like, okay. So I didn't even bring Felicia up. I have a pretty strict policy now. When I go on Karmic streams, I don't bring Felicia up. It's not. It's a sore spot because he knows I got my own issues with her. I'm sure she's no fucking fan of mine, right? There's no love lost between us. But I'm one of these people that I can respect that. Like, if I like you, but I don't like your girlfriend, it doesn't mean that every time we go out to dinner, I got to trash your girlfriend. Some things you just go, all right, well, I'll shut the fuck up about this. So I don't come on and talk about Felicia. But if you open up the line of questioning, counselor, then I am allowed to redirect and cross-examine. So he brought up Felicia, and then I was like, but can you see how this dumb bitch is holding you back? And then he gets into it.
Started developing a relationship. And I was like, oh, don't worry. I'm going to change my ways. I'm not going to focus on Dabbleverse shit. But here's the thing.
Even when I come in to be nice, something happens. I don't know why. I don't know why this happens. I don't know how I just show up and I'm like, hey, man, just come to the show, man. I'd really like to meet you and have some fun. You know, we'll go out, we'll have some nice dinners, we'll have some drinks, we'll do a little gambling, look at some titties. It'd be a great time, right? Very simple. And then he brought up the girl, and then I was like, well, if your girl's telling you not to go, that's kind of stupid. And then dude, there is we opened the floodgate on this fucking guy.
I don't hate you, Mersh.
Dude, we opened the floodgate on this fucking guy.
I don't hate you, Mersh. I don't
think
have
you hate
any
me.
hatred.
I don't think you hate me. I think you distrust me, and there's a healthy level of distrust. You shouldn't entirely trust me because you and I are. Don't ever totally trust me. At the end of the day, right? What are all human beings, right? We are all on the same planet competing for resources, right? So we're all competition. So I get why you don't totally all right, fair enough, Chad. My daddy said you didn't cause all this. All right, fair enough. But all he was doing was yelling. He didn't start really fucking going. He didn't start getting specific until after I came on. And that's a fact, Jack. We just watched it. Yeah, he was spiraling, but it was typical Karmic spiraling. He was just yelling at the chat and, telling people to eat his shit and lick my shit and your shit and you're covered in shit. And then shit, mountain, you climb a mountain of shit and then fall down the shit over a cliff of shit and then hit shit rocks on your way down. Like, he's doing his typical shtick. The scat stuff. But then when I started talking particulars with him, he started giving us more. So give it a rest, Chad. Trust me, I don't think you hate me. I just think you distrust me. And Karmic, the first thing I will tell you is please continue to distrust me because but I'm telling you, this is one of those times where I'm telling you, trust me on this from the bottom of my heart, you will regret missing out on Hackamania. This is going to be a weekend where you can, you're going to be, even if people are breaking your balls, who cares? You're the talent. They're the fans. They paid to see you. Who knows what's going to happen, but you're never going to know what happens if you don't go, man.
Understood, Mersh, and I did make...
Thank you, Robert White. Thank you, Tim, for gifting out those memberships. Rick Phoenix for 4 said, I agree, Carm is too good for Fuddle. Yeah. I mean, we were watching this all day today, and she was like, Jesus, she really is. Like, it's not a bit. It's not like some shit that the Dabbleverse gaslit. Like, we watched it in real time, and we're going to watch her response in a little bit. She's very gaslighty. She's very she tells her side of it. And it's one of those bizarre things where somebody's basically describing themselves committing a felony and then acting like they're the good guy in the story. It's one of those things. It's unbelievable. So we were both watching it today and going, yo, man, she's been putting this fucking guy through the ringer. And she's telling us what she's been doing. And she's telling us from this position of, yeah, these are all the things I make him do and make us go through. Isn't that normal? And everyone listening is going, no, it's not.
That I did make that sentiment tonight that I will accept it, but also, man, I did spit in the face of the...
at least 4 times today, we were watching these clips, and either me or Ice Dancer would just stop and go, dude...
that offered dude that gig. So I did.
You regularly spit in the face of Patrick Melton, and you've been on Super Tips for how long now?
Yeah, good point. And I have had my disagreements with Melton, as of course. But
I've said wild shit about him. I've literally said I was going to stick a gun in his face before. We've had our differences, but at the end of the day, these events are what carries. I said gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss us into the next year. These are the things that bind us together, and the people that don't show up. Hey, can you design me something that says that? We're going to sell them the live, laugh, love hang up things in the kitchen. What do you think? A nice wooden girly cursive font? I would love that. Fucking gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. The people that stop it, these fucking pussy ass Chads, the Chad's gonna pussy out and he's gonna be a fucking laughing stock. But the people that show up and shake hands and are willing to sit there and have a drink with people who have been making fun of them in chat for a year, it shows growth. It shows that you're a man, and you do sometimes take some of this shit too seriously.
Yeah, but that's kind of the fun. That's the crazy fun of Karmic X Live. I have to fucking take it seriously. I put all this minuscule shit, I bring it right to my heart.
But you gotta do kayfabe, man. You know what kayfabe means?
Yes, I do know what kayfabe is.
So you gotta understand, that like the Stone Cold Steve Austin in 1998, when he was the badass fucking stomping a mud hole in motherfuckers and being the badass, right? He wasn't acting that way at the airport. He didn't act that way at Buffalo Wild Wings. You know what I mean? Like, people would come up to him and he'd take pictures with him and go, hey, this, like, I'm not actually a fucking murderous Texan who's gonna beat the shit out of everybody and get drunk and go crazy. Like, right. So people have to understand this. So your character can go after Melton, your character, but I feel like sometimes you run the risk of like I feel like sometimes you get into Ric Flair territory where you like Ric Flair thought he was like, I lost a little bit of weight, but I'm putting it back on because of like booze and scotcheroos and it's the holidays, but I'm keeping it level and doing his thing. And now he's just like a lonely 80-year-old man who's getting drunk and pretending he's still 30-year-old Ric Flair, right? Because he became like, it's like, Venom, like it's almost like the Venom symbiote took over Ric Flair, and it's like, now I'm just Ric Flair. Whereas Stone Cold is a guy that if you met him at a bar, he'd have a beer with you and sit down and be like, oh, hell, kid, I was just having fun. Kicking the shit out of rock, son. But I'm a nice guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a nice guy. Like, so you need to start realizing that, like, when you're on air, you can be like, yeah, fuck Patrick Melton and everybody who looks like that hunchback faggot, I'll kill him. Cool. But off the air, you got to consider these offers, man, because these are opportunities for you to get out, meet people, and have an opportunity that, look, honestly, man, and I don't wish any bad on you, but like, I probably have 15 good years left before I'm dying. Hey, you have more than me. Nah, you're going to be...
Maybe by 3 years, maybe.
You're going to look back on... Like, I've had a lot of on the road experience. I've already done a lot of crazy shit.
Gotcha.
You haven't done a lot of this shit yet. And I can tell you, you're going to go into Hackamania with the fucking gusto that when Matt took me on the road after my mom died, like, where these were shitty bar gigs in southeastern United States. Like, we were just doing rib joints and bar gigs and like pretending to be comedians, but we made fans and we made connections and we made experiences and we fucked chicks. Not that the fucking, obviously you and I have both spoken for, but I'm just saying there's these experiences that you will miss out on if you don't just go. And what's the word? Like, honestly, what I'm saying is if Steven's Lament for 8 said, this is the second time where Felicia messed with Carm's head publicly and was more concerned with how she's perceived rather than how he was doing. Exactly. And we heard that. We're going to hear that later on Clowntown when she went on, and with fucking MKE when she went on. And it was all this sick therapy talk. Do you know that she was making them go? Both of them had to go to like a couples counselor. He tells me this in this clip. He made her fucking... She made him pay. Made him pay for them to go to counseling. You should not be going to counseling this soon into a relationship. 2 months in, 3 months in, you're going to counseling already? Jesus. If you don't want to go to Hackamania, fine, but like, other than getting jumped physically, or getting your ass beat, or getting killed, or getting sodomized in your hotel room, short of those experiences, what's the worst that's going to happen? Some people are going to talk shit to you? Oh, that who cares? Fuck them. They're paid to see you. Exactly. So please reconsider. And I mean this. Like, I was donating the other night, and even my own, like, I'm sorry, I have to say, Ice Dancer, she's branding now. She doesn't want to be known as my girlfriend because she's already planning on leaving me. Ice Dancer. I was breaking her balls about this. That's breaking her balls. Specifically said to me, look, like you're donating and you're not talking to him earnestly. And I'm talking to you from the heart right now. You're going to miss a wonderful opportunity. What's going to happen? Pat's going to make fun of you. I'm going to make fun of you. You've been calling Patrick, like you've been calling him a fat hunchback, fuck, retard, pedo, whatever. And I've been calling him shit for years. So what's the worst that's going to happen? He's going to make fun of you a little bit back. You're going to get a fucking free bar tab. You're going to be drinking for free. People are going to be doing shots with you. People are going to be smoking legal weed with you. You're going to be in the city of fucking lights. If I can get LSD, you and me, brother, oh my God, we're going to do LSD if I can get it in Vegas. It's going to be a good time.
Well, dude, I have done
voices
LSD.
in your head. Don't let the voices in your head, i.e. Felicia, talk you out of it because she ain't invited, which is what we know this is. Come on.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody has witnessed me try to develop a relationship with somebody and then understand that, hey, there's certain, border lines that we can't cross when we talk about. But here's the thing. I'm an open, honest type of broadcaster. It doesn't work with her professional life. And I understand that.
No, it does. But how does it not? It's your life. Your life's different from hers. You're not married yet. You don't have kids together, right? So who gives a fuck? She can do her gigs and you do your gigs.
She has her way of life, and
seriously, it's not like you're getting invited to all her gigs and getting paid. Who gives a shit? Bugle Me This for 10 said, you might be king, but you're dealing with Karmic. Retard. Because when that retro bush breast beast comes a-calling, and she will, her birthing hips and cooter trumps your common sense. You might be right. But again, I don't think she's going to want him back. He got a little wild. 15 men on a dead man chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum donated 3 and said, comment removed by moderator. I love that gimmick.
As much as I love her, it's just that it's not going to go well. And she said this from day one, and she was absolutely right, because she's in a different element than I am. And that's the truth. And
this is where it takes a turn.
I came to peace with that recently. I just came to peace with that idea that I am in a different element that will not correspond well with her world. And that's fine. And I have came to terms with that tonight when I seen her dancing with 5 other fucking men and parading it on fucking Twitter.
Shit,
So I'm like, okay.
I didn't know that. Okay, damn. I heard that sound effect in my fucking head last night. Right at this moment, all I could think of. I was like, what's happening? It's just one of those moments where you go, what's going on? I was not, what? Huh? I just came to try to sell them on Hackamania. Promo code Mersh for 10% off. I thought I was going to come on, try to talk him into Hackamania unsuccessfully, and just make it a big long promo for Hackamania with my promo code on the screen. I had no idea that I was just going to fucking trip and fall dick first into this scoop. I'm like, whoa, what? What? Huh? Dog, I didn't know that this was... Well, Sam Bibley goes, the video in question is so funny too because it's clearly not sexy dancing. It's goofy. We're having fun. We have fun, don't we? Unsexy dancing. It really was not a very controversial video. Now, what I do think is he was uncomfortable with the shared bedroom arrangement. I think that's what bugged him a little bit more. And frankly, that would bother me. You know? I have money. You have money. Get a hotel room. Why are you sharing a room with dudes? I wouldn't be thrilled with that either. So, yeah, the dancing video, he got pissed about that. But he also keeps bringing up the fact that her and this dreadlock guy were going to be staying in the same bedroom. A thing that he specifically is like, famously, we don't sleep in the same bedroom. Again, I think some context is missing when some people are, because I think people on the internet have a tendency to hyperfixate on one or two details of a story. But when you really contextualize everything and really look at the big picture and pull out and look at the big picture, right? You start to see, we're painting a whole portrait here that when you see all the little details in it, you start to go, oh, okay. Like, yeah, it might not bother me if you had to share a fucking hotel room or a comedy condo with some guy. I mean, I'd be bothered by that in general. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a committed relationship, I don't think guys or girls should be spending the night in bedrooms with any other guys. So, well, he's going to point out, I don't get to sleep in the room with her. We just fuck and I get kicked out to my little bedroom. So when you know that and then know the bed, it's like, I would be very not okay with this. Whoa, okay, I didn't know we were Trouble in Paradise type thing. Huh?
Yeah, I get a super tip from a woman. She has a problem with it. She has a fucking problem with it, and she wants me to fucking not show a female fucking super tip. So what am I supposed to do with my career? When that happens, what am I supposed to do, Felicia? Tell me, what the fuck am I supposed to do? A woman wants to send me a super tip. What the fuck?
Sound drop.
While you can go on the road.
I literally sat here going, whoa, what is happening?
And enjoy your life with all your fucking funny friends. I have to make a living, motherfucker.
It sounds
while she has held me accountable for every fucking thing I've done. And what the fuck? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and to be honest, man, like we, early on when I was teasing you and Rocco was teasing you, and we might have been like mean, sometimes, but we were trying to point out that the power dynamic in this situation was always a little bit off. That was our main concern was, whoa, she's kind of got you immediately wrapped around her finger and doing things the way she wants you to do them. And you weren't asking anything of her. And now you're seeing the results of that. And listen, man, I'm not trying to pile on or make it a thing, but you're in a situation now where you're starting to see that that's not like the power dynamic needs to be semi-equal, or at least like, it should never be more than 60-40. And with you and Felicia for a while, it was 80-20, and she was making you change and not drink and do this and do that. And you were doing everything to conform to her will. But now you can kind of see that it's where she's not taking it as seriously because you get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like make it shitty or make it worse.
I know, man.
But like, I'm just trying to say that maybe we might have been a little right about some stuff. And you know what? Maybe we go out to Vegas. Maybe we fucking, look, I'm telling you, man, you come out to Vegas, we'll get you fucking, holy shit, dude. Let me tell you something, Karmic. I ain't even got to take you to a sex worker or a strip club to get you laid in Vegas. I'll find you a real girl because you're so karmic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's come on, man. Like, this shit's out of control now. Like, I don't know what happened. I didn't see that. But if she's out there twerking for these motherfuckers and 390 watching, hit the like button and doing that after everything you've just done on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean?
None of her comedian friends can do what the fuck I do or what you do, Mersh. Exactly. And that's a fucking fact.
Amen, brother.
Amen. And I'm just being real. But no, if I said that to her, I would be cast a fucking sunder.
Oh, immediate. In a heartbeat. Yeah.
And now she's getting upset. Dixon, I don't care. You fucking put me in a fucking position where my career on stream had to be compromised. Oh, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You want me to fly every which way in the United States? Well, how the fuck else am I supposed to do it?
So, like, with this going on now, are you at least willing, like, because I don't know the particulars, but are you willing to admit that, like, maybe she had some influence in talking you out of Hackamania, right?
I love their man.
No, I'm not like. First of all, let's not go past tense, brother. Maybe who knows?
I know.
But I'm just saying. But I meant in general. I'm just asking. Did she at some point kind of get in your ear and go like, "You don't want to go to Hackamania, right? Like that's stupid. It's bad for you. It's bad for us, Cooter. Whatever." Did she do that to you?
She doesn't want me to associate anybody that is connected with Dixon for a lot of fucking.
But she wants to associate with whoever the fuck she wants, right?
Absolutely.
There we go.
And then I'm supposed to be beholden. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
And then here's the thing. I heard.
Sonic Gino. Thank you, buddy, for 3 over on Rumble. He said, Yo, Mersh, I hope you're doing well. I know this is random, but did you see the final Hey EW? 3 YouTube shows ended in a company that was all started from a YouTube show. I did see, I started watching it, and it was very boring. I got up to where he was like, doing the thing with the only good part of that video was the Eddie Kingston part where he was doing the voice. Like that was kind of funny, but I don't know if Tony Khan is killing all of these YouTube shows. I'm imagining he's probably going to try to package them somewhere for streaming. You know what I mean? He probably wants content for it being I know Being the Elite. If you're saying that show got stopped on YouTube as well, Tony Khan might be doing the WWE thing and like rolling those podcasts and online content into a streaming deal. That's just, I don't know, it's a theory, but they're in trouble now too because AEW is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery, and Warner Brothers Discovery just got bought by Netflix, the partner of TKO/WWE. So Tony Khan's got no fucking luck, man. Absolutely no luck. Let's see real quick. We got a super tip coming in.
You think KB will be mad I gave the scoop to MKL? Can you ask Lil KB to intercede on my behalf? It would help my cooter.
I don't think he's going to be too pleased, but I don't know. Kevin, I heard the rumor now is Kevin's not paying anyone anymore. So I don't know. What does anybody owe that old fuck? In my opinion, right? If he's not paying anybody anymore. And look, my argument was always he should have been paying people to begin with, but he started feeding the bears. Now he's going to be pissed off every time the bears are breaking into his fucking pantry every goddamn winter. KB for 5 said, the fuck, nigga? Oh, because I said I was... All right, look. At the time, look, KB, if you want to know the truth, I just couldn't really think of another chick at the time. I probably should have said Lemmy. But I was on a stream recently with you, so you were just like, I don't know, man. You were like the first chick that like seems semi-normal that I could use as an... You were a placeholder, KB. Please don't take that the wrong way. But I was only pitching it as like I was trying to give the boys some hope, all right? Relax. I wasn't going to leave you alone in a room with Karmic. Not that fucking crazy.
Heard these words, and this is going to get me in a lot of fucking trouble. She said, you can't associate with any women, but I can associate with all the men I can because that's my job.
Yeah,
and I'm like, fuck
that's sick.
Fuck it!
That's sick. That's actually a power dynamic manipulation move.
And when I brought it up to her, she said she never said it. She said she never said it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what they do.
What the fuck?
That's what they do, dog. Listen, I can tell you this, man.
Oh my God, man. I am fucking just free.
Can I just
mentally.
tell you? Can I tell you, bro? Like,
let's drink.
Oh, amen.
Cheers.
Bro. I don't even have any liquor. I might steal some of my girlfriend's tequila if we have to do that later. But
Ice Dancer, give the man some tequila. Hook him up. Hook him up with some tequila.
Can I have the Don Julio and another please? When you get a chance. All right, yeah, I'm trying to counsel Karmic here. Look, man, I can tell you this. This was the funniest part was, so she's like right in the other room, but she has all the volume turned down because she doesn't want to pick up on the mic. So she can't hear him. She's like, she's basically painting a gingerbread house and like enjoying the equivalent of overhearing a phone call. You know, you only hear the one guy on like that is in front of you with the phone. So that's why when I was like, hey, can you bring the Don Julio? She brought it in like, and was confused. And then when I played it back, she's like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Like the fact that he was like, oh, Statler, bring up some tequila. I had to drink with my boy, man. Come on. I had to counsel with my boy. I think I did a good thing here. A lot of the backlash you've received, and some of it is you. Like, look, I've been getting a lot of backlash lately. It's me, right? Like, but I can say you're in a unique position where much of the backlash you've received is Felicia related. So you're in an advantageous position right now, Carl. Thank you, Vince Griswold, for buying a membership over on YouTube. We're getting some members tonight on YouTube because hit the like button. You were to 410 watching just on YouTube tonight. 410. Hit that like button. And we turn this into a Karmic fucking reinvention party. It's a coming out party for Karmic, not in the shout out to fucking Bedabbler today. I was listening to the El Horrible stream, and I was listening to when he's like, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I had to give a little subtle nod. That was like the hardest. I laughed at that whole stream. You guys got to watch Tuki's, El Horrible's stream on Bedabbler on this. It was very funny, but it was like the first good hearty laugh of the day that I had. I like literally just had some caffeine, just had my Adderall, just took a shower, and I'm watching, and I just heard, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. And I don't know why, man. I just fucking belly laughed at that gay way. But like, you know what I mean? We have a big party for you. Do you understand that? Like, thank you, Tommy Jordan, gifting some subs tonight. Let's go. And all these guys breaking your ball. Like, by the way, Tommy, if we get to it tonight, I hope we can get to it. The Clown Town shit. You had me laughing tonight. I have to actually tip my Santa cap to both Tommy Jordan and, I hate to admit it, but J-Mo, we will get to that tonight. I will probably have to compliment J-Mo before the night is over, and that's not my favorite thing to do. You understand? Like, they mostly, but I am a fair king, don't like Felicia. So, like, if you just rid yourself of her, you're talking about, like, everybody, just a lot more people are going to be on your side and be like, yeah, fuck this bitch. Like, it's fine. Let's have a coming out party. Maybe we'll hook you up with Lady KB. You like cocaine, right? Like, she's always on that shit. She's a big goof. All right, so that's why KB was in here going, what the fuck? All right, look, I did basically try to pimp out Lady KB, and for that, I was out of line, and I apologize. But look, again, if I wasn't as drunk as I was, and if I was prepared for this, I would have come up with more names, but I threw one out there. I was like, how about Lady KB? So yeah, Lady KB was just like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't agree to this. Be bitch with ankles. She looks good. If I was single, I'd fuck her. Maybe we make that happen. Look at this. I'm doing tequila. I don't even drink tequila. But salud. This is my girl. Yeah. I bought this from my girl, and she barely drinks. This thing's lasted like 2.5 weeks at my house. But she brought it to me. But salud. Hey, listen, brother. We're going to make this work.
If they want me, I'm there with bells on.
By the way, tequila. I don't drink tequila for a reason. Yeah, it is. It does. Yeah. Free flight, free hotel. Promo code. But can you do a promo code Karmic and promote it a little bit?
I would if Melton.
I'll talk to the boss. Listen,
yes,
I got to listen.
With the man.
I got it in with the boss. He likes me, and well, he doesn't like me. He actually fucking yelled at me. I sent him a DM that he fucking interpreted last night, and then started screaming at me, and I'm like, retard, reread it. Like, this is what I meant. And he went, oh no, I was wrong. I'm sorry. So he's a little cranky. He's a little as Hackamania approaches, he's going to be cranky and retarded and stupid and fat and hunchbacked. That's what he does. And
right.
But I think that given this, iced answer, I can handle vodka. Vodka's easy, but tequila, is never a good thing for me to mix with things. I'm not a... Tequila does weird shit to me. It can make me fighty. It's one of the only boozes that'll make me fighty. I have to drink a lot of it. Usually the only time I've ever, it's like, it was a lot of tequila mixed with something else, and then like also cocaine. So usually I'm all right with just tequila. I just get sloppier and I get a little more volatile, but like not in a bad way. But if I start doing coke and tequila, I will fight motherfucker. Like I know there's the trolls that are going to be like, oh, Mersh trying to pretend to be a tough guy again. I didn't say I would win fights. I just said that I'd get into them. You know what I mean? You give me coke and tequila and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, fucking Tito Ortiz. I mean, how old is he now? He probably isn't what he used to be. I mean, yeah, I get that it's Nate Diaz, but what is he now, like 50? I can take him. It's just me laying on the floor bloody with an arm completely cracked behind my spine. Circumstances, he would probably be a pragmatist and also falling. I've done some falling on tequila. It's not say, yeah, we need to get Karmic out. We need to break him from this hold. And I'm sorry this is going on. And again, this was stuff that when we were teasing you, holy shit, thank you. Big dumps coming in for a big old $50 on Ko-Fi. Didn't even say anything. Happy holidays to you, big dumps. Again, I was never like, fuck Felicia as a human. You got offended, but we were saying we didn't like the power dynamic. You know what I mean? Like, we felt like she was taking advantage of you because she saw the trajectory of your career. She saw, whoa, Karmic's Rookie of the Year. People are talking about him. Boom. I can latch. By the way, that was another thing. I was watching the Bedabbler stream, and Rocco was giving me a lot of shit for guessing up Karmic. He's like, oh, come on, Rookie of the Year. Stop. Like, why is he blowing Karmic? Like, what is he doing? And I'm like, shut up. Go with me on this. Trying to that, but like, I think Rocco's truly had it with him. I think a lot of people have truly had it with Karmic. But I really think that a lot of the Karmic, I think the dark cloud that's been over this guy, that's been getting on our nerves, a lot of it is Felicia based. And a lot of it is based on Felicia and how much she sucks. You know what I mean? So I do think if we could break this thing, if we could break him of this curse, man, I think the old Karmic might come back. You know, Sam Bibley in the chat earlier was like, you know, saying it like, I'm not familiar with Karmic pre-Felicia, and that's simply a lie. That is a lie. I was watching Karmic before Felicia. Doom got me watching Karmic like before the Felicia shit, you know. So yeah, I'm a Karmic fan. I enjoy Karmic. I know about the old Karmic. You know what I mean? And we want the old Karmic back. He needs you. You don't need her. I'm just saying in terms of whatever this is, like the internet. Like maybe she did like it. I'm not saying that like it invalidates the chicken sandwiches, the roller coasters, and the memories. That shit was real. But eventually you got to figure out the power dynamic. And it sounds like she's kind of been, you know, milking you. You haven't been milking her.
Well, to be honest with you, man, I respect what Felicia has been through in life, and I totally understand because I have had first-hand knowledge of what she actually went through, so I understand where she's coming from. That's being said, it does not correlate with my current trajectory in life, and that's just a fact. And I hate to say it, but that's just the way it is. God bless you, Felicia. God bless you and thank you for everything. But the way my career is going, it's gonna butt heads with elements that are different from what she wanted, and she's gonna have to understand that. If she doesn't, then so be it. Because I got to do my career, man. Yeah, I got it, and I love her.
I've dated people that were in a similar business, and you know, we've always, like, to me, when I'm in a couple, if I'm going out, like, let's say streamer, like, I don't fuck with women, and I don't. I promise you, I don't. You don't usually fuck women who are in the I don't biz of show, but sometimes it happens. And the only thing I can ever promise a chick, if I'm dating you and you're dating me and we're both in this business, the only thing I can say is like when you go, well, I'm going to go on a show with somebody you hate. My only promise to women, and I think you should consider this going forward, is like, I might even go on a show with some guy that like you have history with, you hate, whatever. I promise you, I won't talk about you. I won't talk about your past with them. I won't throw you under the bus, but you can't tell me I can't do the show. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if you were dating a girl who'd fucked Joe Rogan beforehand, right?
Right.
And then now all of a sudden Joe Rogan goes, I want you to come on the show. And you go, wow, Joe Rogan wants me on. And then your girlfriend goes, well, don't go on there. Like, he's a piece of shit. Like, he, you know, most women will be like, he raped me or like whatever. He beat me. And you're like, okay, I get, but like, he wants, I'm going to be on the biggest podcast in the world. Like, you have to this is what compromise is about, where you say, look, I'm going to go on there. I won't talk about you. And if he brings you up, I'll punch him in his fucking MMA face, like whatever. Like, I'll defend you if you like, I won't bring you into it, but you can't limit me from being on the biggest podcast in the world because you're mad because you fucked a guy one time and it didn't work out. Like, you need to start thinking that way. This is what we were always saying, Karmic. Like, we never, like, a lot of us did hate Felicia, but our hating Felicia had nothing to do with it. You saw it as us hating Felicia. We saw it as Felicia's kind of like getting Karmic really gassed up, and then she took advantage of the power dynamic and then started being like, you know, again, that's why there's a fish lunch voice now. Like, there's this cooter, like the meme became, well, Karmic, you can't have my cooter unless you do this. And you were into it. You were into her. Like, you started getting into it, but we all have to eventually sometimes realize, wow, this chick's taking advantage of me, and now she's trying to limit my career opportunities. But then, as you said, I didn't know when I came on the stream tonight. I swear to God, I didn't even know. But like, she's limiting your shit, telling you don't go to Hackamania because Pat Dixon and blah 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 and Pedo Melton or whatever. And then, but it becomes like but I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's the power that you can't get into that thing, dude. Well, all right, so we can't. You can obviously see what I was doing. No, you can watch the whole thing. It's fucking 2 hours long. We're not